Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Shilpa Data Insights. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm back with one more interview question which is really asked in big companies, MNC companies. So I have already created a playlist in which I have covered a lot of questions which are asked in big four MNCs, consulting companies like KPMG, Deloitte, EY and PwC. So in today's video, this question was asked in Deloitte to one of my friend, so therefore I'm sharing this particular question. And this question can be solved in multiple ways. It is not just one way in which you can solve. So you should be knowing all the ways how you can solve this question so that the interviewer know that you are an expert in PySpark and Spark SQL, and if you are given any question you can go ahead and solve it. Do not forget to go ahead, watch the complete playlist in which I have explained the complete interview series in which I have given you the questions which are frequently asked in most of the MNC's company. I will be extending this playlist and covering a lot more questions. So stay tuned for this particular playlist which I'm actually extending. Now, without any delay, let's get started with what question we have for today's session. In this question, we have to find the records in a data frame which are not present in another data frame. So in the interview, you would be given two data frames. One is DF1, another is DF2. So in the DF1, you have ID, department columns, and in DF2 also you have the same ID and department columns. So you have to find out the records which are present in the DF1. However, those are not present in DF2. So if you will see in this, IT ID1 is present in DF2. The ID2, which is HR, is not present in DF2, and ID3, which is admin, is present in DF2. Now, which is not present in DF2? We have this HR department is not present in DF2. So our output will be ID2 and department HR, which is not present. So now how you can solve this question? If you know about SQL or PySpark, think about it, how you can solve it. You can put that in the comment section as well. Just give it a minute and think different approaches how you can solve it, and let me know if there's any other approach that you have gone through and you have solved it. Do paste it in the comment section so that I know and I can implement it, and other people can also get benefit out of that. So now my approaches are, there are four ways in which I have solved this problem right now. So the first approach is using exceptAll. So we have a function called exceptAll in the PySpark which you can use. So it will try to eliminate the data which is common in both, and it will go ahead and give us the data which is present in one data frame but not in another data frame. Similarly, it has another function called subtract. Subtract is also there in the SQL. So it is the same functionality that you can use. Now, let's say if you join these two tables, then what will happen? If you do a left join DF1 to DF2, what will happen? The ID, let's say we are joining with ID as the unique column, right? So ID1 is present, ID3 is present. So it will join and it will give us the result. Now ID2 is not present and we are doing a left join. So it will go ahead and give us the result for this, but it will have a null value for DF2 because it doesn't have any data for the department HR. Now, if you do that and you want to go ahead, just you can filter out the value which has a null value in the DF2 ID. So you have to first join, do a left join and do a filter. Now there's another functionality, another approach in which you can do, that is using left anti-join. What left anti-join is do, it will go ahead and it will do an inner join, right? And wherever there is no data in DF2, it will give us that result. So if you go and search, let's say I will go ahead here. If you don't know about left anti-join, it's better to know about it because it's a very good functionality in that is the left anti-join. So what is this? So the purpose is to filter out the rows from the left data frame that has corresponding keys in the right data frame. It will return only columns from the left data frame. So that is what is a left anti-join. Now, because of the Gen AI, it is giving us the Gen AI overview prompt. Earlier days, it never used to do that. So you have to go to a website and you have to see. If you want to see it in SQL, it's the same thing. It will give you about the left anti-join. What is the left anti-join? Similarly, learn about the different types of join like semi-join and all as well. So let's go ahead with our Databricks notebook and let's try to execute this particular thing. Okay, so let's go to our notebook and first create a data frame out of the data set. So I have this pyspark.sql from which I'm importing the row, and I'm importing the data set here and this data set. I will be pinning the data set in the description so you can take it out and you can play around with the data set by your own as well. And I will put this in the GitHub link as well. If you want the complete solution, you can go to the GitHub link and get the data. So now I am creating a data frame here. If you don't know how to create a data frame, go to my playlist that is basic to advanced, in which you will be able to learn how to create a data frame and different ways also how to create a data frame. So I'll not explain this in this video. Now, once you have created a data frame, let's start with our approach one, in which we are using an except all option. So in the except all option, what I will be doing is I have this df1. I will be mentioning df1 except all. So if you will see, I've just written E, and if you see, it has given me the function name called except all. So if you click on tab, it will give you the result. So inside the except all, you have to put the other data frame, that is my df2. So now it will give us the result any data set which is present in df1 but not in df2, it will show me that particular result. So now I will do not in df2 and not in df2 dot show so that it shows me the result. So it has given me the result here, ID 2 and name HR. If you have seen the ID 2 here, HR is not present in the data frame 2, right? So it is not present. So we have to find out the records which are not present in data frame 2. So this is my result. So let's see what is the next way of doing the same question.
So let's do the subtract method. So I will do not in df2 is equal to df1 dot subtract. It's called subtract and then df2. So whatever records are not there in df2, it will show us. So not in df2 dot show. Let's execute this result and see what the result comes. Now you will see it gave us the result, that is the name is HR and ID is 2. It is the same thing as we got in the above result that we had in the except all. So let's go ahead with our third method. So this subtract is similar to SQL as I was mentioning. So if you go and just hover your mouse in the DF2, then it will give you the documentation of subtract as well. So the subtract has the parameter which is the other data frame, and it returns a new class data frame which containing rows in that particular data frame but not in another data frame. So it will give you the documentation of it. You can definitely go ahead and read it. It says this is equivalent to except distinct in SQL, right? So this is how you can use the other method of the subtract as well. So let's see what is the third method that we have. So this is our third method. The third method is the join operation. So as I was mentioning, for join operation, there are two ways you can do. One is you can do an inner join and then you can filter out the records. So let's first do an inner join and see what records it shows up. So not in df2 is equal to df1 dot join. I will be joining my df2 as my other data frame on the basis of what? On the basis of the ID, because the ID is the unique column here, and df2 dot ID. And how we want to do the join is we can do the join using the left. So if you put the left, you have to put it inside the code so that it knows how you want to join it. Now, let me go ahead and execute this particular thing. So this is my not in df2, but it's not the complete result. If you will see, I have just done a left join. So what does this left join do? It will give you all the data which is in the left table along with the data which appears in the common in both the data set. So ID1 is there, which was common in both the data set. ID3 was there, which was common in both the data set. So it gave us both the result. However, ID2 was present in the left, but it was not present in the right data set. Therefore, it gave us the null value. So now let me go ahead and do a filter operation on the top of this. Why? Because I don't want any record which is common. I want the records which is there in the left table but not in the right table. So how I can do it? Either you can create another new data frame or you can filter out directly in this data frame. So what I will do is I'll filter out in this particular data frame itself by doing filter operation on what? I want to filter the data set which are having null value in the second data frame. So I will be checking on the column, let's say ID, and I will do an is null operation. So in the is null operation, it will filter out the records. So let me go ahead and run this command and it will filter out all the records which are having the null value in the second data frame. So this is my actual record that I need. However, I don't need the data which is in the data frame 2 because it's already null. So what I can do is I can do a drop operation and I can drop the data set of the df2. So I will drop the df2.id and the I will also drop, let's say, the name because I don't need both the columns. So I'll drop both the columns and now I will do a show operation on the top of that. So now this is my result that I need. So as I was mentioning, I have another way of doing is that is using the left join. So this is my Python code. So let me just write this. That is left anti-join, not left join. Okay. So how I can do is, so I will do not in df2. Let's say we have an anti-join here. So I'll mention anti as my variable name and I will do a df1. On df1, I will be doing a join operation on df2 and how I will be doing is with the help of my ID column from the df1 and the ID column from the df2. And how I want to do it? I want to do it using the left anti-join. As I was mentioning, I have to put it inside the code. So you put it inside the code. So this is how you do a left anti-join. So now let me go ahead and do a show operation on the top of this to visualize the result. It should show me all the data which are not available in the data set 2. So this is my required result. So I hope you have understand how you can solve this question in 4 different ways. So there are total 4 different ways. First is using the exceptAll. Second is using the subtract. Third is using the join operation and then filtering out the result. And the fourth is using the left anti-join in which you will get all the data which is present in the left table but not present in the right table. So this is how you can solve this question. You should know all the ways how you can solve it. It is very useful to be used in day to day activity of a data engineering life, right? If you have understood everything and you have liked this video, then I will request you to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel as well. And make sure you go back to the playlist of the interview and watch all the videos if you are preparing for an interview. Till the next video, stay tuned and wish you have a good day.
Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you have a good day.